Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Side Hustle Enterprise. This is the Market Watch Wednesday. I do apologize, I'm a little distracted this morning. We are watching very closely the AMC holdings. We do have a shareholders share count going on this morning. Hopefully we'll get the announcement a little bit later today on how many actual shares are floating around in the ether for AMC, how many short shares we actually have, and how many synthetic shares. That's kind of the key thing right now. That's going to be the catalyst to this short squeeze that is so important to so many investors. That so many people are reliant on right now. I know a lot of people have YOLO'd a lot of their life savings into AMC. Not something that I would recommend doing. However, I do understand the thought process behind it. I myself am hoping to get very, very rich off the AMC squeeze. This is just the beginning of it, in my opinion. Today is a big, big day for AMC. Hopefully we will get to see some serious price action movement. We did see a little bit of a pump up from yesterday's closing till this morning, right around $44.75, which is an all-time high for AMC. We're sitting pretty right now at just under $40. So hopefully we will continue to see it move up throughout the day and hold that resistance line, hopefully potentially above 40. 40 is a very key point for AMC on a mental level. It's a mental resistance, if you will, of right around that $40 line. So hopefully we can get a little bit above it. Let's jump over to the chart and see what we got going on, and kind of take a look and kind of hope. I mean, we're staying pretty steady. So I drew this trend line, this pitchfork, this Fibonacci band a couple days ago, back on Friday or Thursday, and it's holding fairly true to the momentum of AMC. So hopefully that kind of calms everyone down a little bit. Typically, I know this is not a typical situation. Most stocks, most markets trade within certain resistances. AMC is no exception to that. Yes, we do have a very rare opportunity here and a rare circumstance with this huge short squeeze coming up. We did see some movement yesterday, kind of a little bit of a pullback after the 8.5 million shares were liquidated from AMC and the company, the hedge fund that bought the 8.5 million shares, and they took a profit on it. I'm sure they're kicking themselves now because they sold it right around $33 and now are just about $40. So they lost quite a bit of money holding it and selling it at that price point. But that being said, guys, a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes that we are not aware of. That could have been something that was written into the purchase of those shares. The company, the hedge fund that purchased the 8.5 million shares, may have had an agreement that we are not aware of with AMC, stating that they're only allowed to collect X amount of profit on those holdings, but the shares are exclusively going to them, not to short, but to put back into the market for retail investors to purchase like us. So I think the CEO of AMC, or the silverback gorilla that he is, had a lot of this already planned out. I don't see yesterday's 8.5 million shares or $230 million that was kind of pushed into AMC being a bad thing. I think it was very beneficial to where we are today and what we saw this morning in pre-market, just below that $45 mark and as high as we are now. So everything happens for a reason. Don't believe all the FUD that you read. Do your own digging. Do your own due diligence. Join the conversation, whether you are here in the chat room or you slide over to Discord and you join the conversation over there on the Discord server. It is a great community. I encourage more and more people to check it out and to jump in on the conversations. Everybody is nice. Everybody is kind. Everybody is respectful and helpful. And that is kind of the community that I'm trying to build over there, is a mutual respect and growth within that server. Of course, guys, I'm always here every Wednesday for Market Watch Wednesday. I try to go live every Monday, I try to put out a video every Monday, Market Moves Monday. However, this Monday, this past Monday, was Memorial Day here in the United States, in observation of our fallen soldiers. So we did skip out in respect to that holiday on that video. However, we are back here on Wednesday, and we are deep into the market. Lots of stuff going on, lots of stuff happening, not just with AMC, not just with the US stock market, but with cryptocurrency as well. And we'll get into that a little bit later. I'm sure a lot of you guys are pretty happy to see where you are in your holdings around Dogecoin. We did have a bit of a price movement last night and into the morning, and we are holding fairly well right now, in my opinion. And we'll go over some of the bigger news here in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm doing very, very well. Broke out of that resistance band that we were in, and we're holding steady around 42. Hopefully we can see 50 cents today, if not today, later tonight, as the U.S. stock market closes and the hype around AMC kind of calms down, because as we know, crypto never sleeps, but the U.S. stock market does. So hopefully we will see some more price movement once the U.S. stock markets close for the day, prior to them opening on Thursday. Let's see if we can draw some little indicators here. See what we got going on. Again, indicators aren't set in stone, guys. Every time I draw an indicator or a Fibonacci band or a resistance band, everything is subject to change. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is locked into place. Remember that when you're doing your trading. Test and strategize solutions and strategies and methods that you feel work best for you. Don't hold yourself back or hold yourself to one specific strategy. Figure out what is going to trade and work best for you. It looks like we broke through that 100 Fibonacci band here, the 100% Fibonacci band at 39 cents. And we are hovering right around that 161 Fibonacci band, right around 42 cents or so. So hopefully we can get a couple candles closed above it. We didn't really close too far above it here. We still were touching the band and bouncing back off. Hopefully we can get some positive green candles closing above that band moving forward. Excuse me, I had the sneeze. So what do you guys got going on today? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's week is going smoothly. I know there's a lot of hype and a lot of excitement around AMC, but I hope you guys are also looking at other options and other solutions to benefit your financial standings. You are more than welcome to share your thoughts, share your opinions. Of course, encourage everybody to join the conversation. It's kind of been a motto of mine since I was a teacher. It's something I always said to my class to get engagement, and it's something that has kind of stuck with me until this point. So, of course, guys, join the conversation, share your thoughts. Hey, John, I think you're wrong on this. I think, this is a better strategy to use. Share. We will take a look at it. We will dive into it deeper together, live right here. Call me out. I encourage it. Another day in the meat grinder. Welcome back, Ronald. I don't know if we're going to see a big dip. I know that a lot of people are waiting for a dip. I wouldn't hold my breath in my opinions. I would. The strategy that I use is called dollar cost averaging, DCA. So at this point, I would try to buy one or two, or see how much liquidity you have available, and kind of spread out the average of your buy-ins, whether it be buying one or two here, maybe it does redip, buying a couple more. If the price goes up, you continue to buy. At this price point, even if it goes to $100 or $1,000, you're still going to see massive gains at the price that it's at now. This is not the squeeze. This is just FOMO. This is just, in my opinion, new money coming into the market. Granted, we just had 5.8 million shares be pushed into the market. That is what we're seeing now. We're seeing the new volume in the new highs from those shares being put into the market. You may not get the dip that you're looking for. So, I don't want anybody to miss out. I don't want anybody to lose money either. Risk is something that you have to determine on your own. I never try to tell anybody how to spend their money or how to invest their money. I just give you guys my opinions and my real world application on how I perceive the market. I encourage you guys to make your own decisions, but that's how I would do it. Looking at the band we have here, looking at the trending, destination of AMC, I wouldn't be holding my breath personally for a dip. I would be dollar cost averaging in if I had any more liquidity available to do so. I am holding across multiple platforms. I have increased my holdings since the last time we did a video. I'm roughly sitting at 5,711 shares, I believe, across 4 platforms. So we are holding quite a bit. I'm also holding a new ETF called FOMO. FOMO is a brand new ETF that just came out recently. If you guys missed the lows or, the $20 mark, the $25 mark, $30 mark with AMC, FOMO might be a different or better option for you guys if you're not willing to spend that $40. FOMO is a ETF that revolves around meme stocks, GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry. So as AMC climbs, FOMO, because FOMO holds AMC as an ETF, will also show gains. It won't show them as dramatically as we're seeing here with AMC, but you will still see gains with that new ETF. So maybe some of you guys that are not as liquid as others may want to check out that ETF as well. It will be a steadier, gradual climb and showing profits, and it may not show as much profits, but it is an alternative to AMC to at least get in on some of that action. Thank you, Francisco. Welcome to the channel. Hope the weather's nice over there in Venezuela. We're dipping a little bit here, but again, I don't think as we progress forward, we're staying within these bands. We're dipping a little bit below into this lighter band area, but it's trending higher and higher. We can take a look at the level in the sell wall. I mean, look at this buy wall. Look how high that buy wall is. This dip right now that we're seeing isn't going to last long. 44,000 shares at $38.61. That is a huge buy wall, guys. And we're not seeing a whole lot of selling momentum. That's good. That's what we want to see. We want to see more people buying and less people selling, meaning that the hedges are not we're not giving them the opportunity to buy back their shares. We are holding our positions and we are waiting for better profits. What do you think of helium miners? When to start taking profits on AMC? And when are you taking profits? Hard to time selling after squeeze. I agree with you, Chad. I'm going to start with the backside since we are looking at AMC right now and we're looking at this massive wall. Let me see if I can increase my latency here. Lower my latency. Doesn't look like it. So let's start with AMC since we have it pulled up here. I have my hard numbers that I feel comfortable taking profits in. I believe very heavily in dollar cost averaging into a position and dollar cost averaging out of a position. I made a video kind of recanting and sharing my new strategy with you guys after my last live stream last week. Typically, with a normal trending market, you can dollar cost out of a position fairly easily. But with a short squeeze, it's going to be a very difficult thing to do. Because if we do hit that $100,000, that $500,000 high limit, all-time high, that's so many Reddit users and AMC apes are talking about holding till, nobody's going to be buying on that backside. No one's going to be buying once we complete the squeeze, we hit the highs, No one's going to be buying on the downside until much, much lower. So I will do my best to dollar cost average out of the position as the squeeze happens. As we hit certain marks and I see certain goals hit for myself, I will start to close some of my positions, starting with some of my smaller positions on my other exchanges, whether it be Cash App, here on Webull, Thinkorswim, and then my large holding is on Robinhood, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I really hope that they don't hit the circuit breaker on me as we approach that super high level, and I'll be able to close out my positions in a timely manner. I'm not trying to catch the all-time high. I think that is going to be very difficult for a lot of people to do unless you are on the trading floor. So I'm going to do my best to get as much profit as I possibly can. Like I said, dollar cost averaging out after we hit a certain threshold of value. It's very possible that AMC could hit 1,000. It's very possible that AMC could hit 10,000. Whether it hits 100,000 or 500,000, that is yet to be seen. It is possible in the terms of mathematics and numbers and statistics. It is possible for AMC to be pushed that high. Whether we will see that or not, I'm not sure. It really depends on millions and millions of retail investors holding AMC and whether they can hold that line to that high level. So I'm taking it a step back, trying to lower my risk as much as possible. I'm showing profits now. I have goals that I would like to achieve with my holdings, and once I have achieved those goals and I'm at that stable level, I will start to close out my positions. Hopefully that answers your first question there, Chad. Your other question was talking about Helium Miner, and let me see here. Yep, Helium Miner. I ordered my Helium Miner 2 months ago. I ordered one of the Nebra Helium Miners, I believe, and I have yet to see it. I do believe it is in my opinion, it's a cryptocurrency that I follow. I do like the Helium platform. I do like the team behind it. I feel that they have a great momentum and a great product out there. There are other copycats coming up behind it, so that's always a good thing to see, in my opinion. When you have copycats of a good thing, that means you're doing something right. So I think Helium Network is grown to the point where there may not be turning back. So as more people add to the network, your gains are going to be lower and lower, but the price value of the coin should continue to climb. I'm hoping here soon to either my miner will be shipped to me, or I will have the opportunity to buy another one that isn't being scalped on eBay, and I can get something set up here where I am. Unfortunately, I am in the mountains. I'm in the Blue Ridge Parkway area, somewhere in the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly where I am. So I do have a lot of trees. I do have a lot of mountains, a lot of rolling hills. So I really have to get my miner up and above those levels to connect with some of the miners around me. There are a few towards the city area where I live. However, I don't feel that I'll be able to get my hands on equipment to get it up to that level, especially because I'm in a rental house and I really can't modify the house too much. But I do believe in Helium Miners. I do believe that they do have a good project behind them and a great community. And that's always a big thing with cryptocurrency, is the community that stands behind it. If the community is weak, the cryptocurrency itself is going to be weak. So to see such following and see such demand for these miners, I do feel Helium will continue to grow and be profitable. Let's see here. NOCT or XNOCT, what indicator do you recommend using? So I did make a video recently for the private members on my Discord and the private or the elite members on YouTube here. I don't want to dive too deep into it because indicators are there's hundreds of them out there. There's tons and tons available, and then there's tons and tons of settings that you can pick within each individual indicator. The one you're seeing now is a Fibonacci fan. Fibonacci, fan, I believe. So I'm drawing it from a low, trying to find a common denominator as we continue forward. It's one of the least likely indicators for me to use, but with the intricacy and the unusualness of AMC and what is behind it, I thought it would be an interesting indicator to use, and it seems to be working well for me. We can see that it is the price movement is within the band itself. Another great indicator that I like to use. Let's pull up another crypto or another company here. Let's go Dogecoin. Dogecoin's got some good ones. So another indicator that I love to use, that I use on almost all my charts, is going to be the Fibonacci. Let me pull it up here. The Fibonacci extension. It uses an impulse and a retracement to calculate the golden ratio for Fibonacci as the price and the market moves forward in time. I like it a lot. I've used it for years. I don't typically use one indicator alone. I use a multiple or a number of indicators that have to meet certain requirements and certain key signals for me to make my trade. I don't just base my trades off of one indicator. I don't recommend trading like that. Use multiple indicators, overlapping if you can, and trend lines that you've drawn yourself to look for proper entry and exits in the market. That's how I trade. Again, there's so many styles out there. You really have to dive deep into it and figure out what works best for you. A lot of times it is a mental block that you have to break through to become a proficient trader and show gains. Now, every trader is going to have losses. Don't be afraid of losses. I tell this to everybody that I come across that says they want to get into trading. You're going to have losses. And anybody that tells you that they don't have losses or they're 90% successful, it's BS. Losses are not a bad thing. Losses can be written off on your taxes. Losses show you where your strategies have faults. Losses are not bad. Losses that are greater than the amount of money that you're making obviously is bad. But small losses over time that you can control and that you can see coming are not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, we want to get more gains than we do losses, or we want our gains, even though we may trade less on a profit side level, we want those profits to be greater than our overall losses. So use multiple indicators. I like the Fibonacci extension. I like the Fibonacci retracement. I also use an RSI. Sometimes I use a Bollinger Band and a volume indicator. I like to see which direction the market is moving. Kind of an older, outdated model of trading is follow the money. It's not really that key these days with so many meme stocks and cryptocurrencies that are out there. The money moves around and we have dark pools and so on. So it's a little difficult to follow the money these days. But it's something that I would take a look at. Again, I like to use RSIs. I like to use volume indicators and so on. So hopefully that answers your question. If you want more in-depth into the way I trade, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a professional trader. I'm proficient in trading. I've been doing it for over 20 years or so. And I have my specific style in which I trade, and it has evolved many times over the years. If you want to dive deeper into how I trade, I suggest you check out our Patreon channels and our private chats, along with the private memberships here on YouTube. That we range from $3 all the way up to $25. Many tiers. Lots of perks that come with those tiers, and it gives you a more in-depth backstage access to the way I do run my businesses, run my trading, and so on. Hopefully that helps you guys out. We got some more questions here. I have order version 2 will come in September. Hope it's not too late. Again, yeah, Chad, I've been waiting for my miner for a long time. So hopefully you'll get yours before you'll probably get yours before I get mine. I'm sure. You never lose unless you sell. Yeah, true. I mean, I can show you my Robinhood account if you want. That's true for stocks. That's true for cryptocurrencies that hopefully don't hit zero, or companies that don't go bankrupt. You can only hold so long. You can only hold for as long as you are liquid. And hedge funds have a lot more money than we do. They can stay liquid far longer than we can. And if you're trading options, you have an expiration date. So if you are negative when that expiration date comes and you're closed out, then it's a loss. I have a number of those coming up right now. My biggest or my highest volume of contracts would be with AT&T. I have 500 contracts with AT&T at 9 cents. Cost me like $4,500 at the time when I opened the contract, and it's almost at zero. I've lost almost the entire gamble on AT&T. Contract expires this month in about 16 days or so. So I really don't think I will see a pump in price on AT&T in that time frame. So I'm chalking it up as a loss now. I am just going to let the option expire and run its course. I'm not going to bother closing it out. I have more prior things to focus on. But yes, you never lose. I mean, if you're holding a stock, a good company, and it's down a little bit, like you're holding Facebook, you're holding Google, you're holding Johnson & Johnson, some of these blue chip companies, Coca-Cola and so on, and you're seeing a couple red months, yeah, you're maybe in the red and you may be losing, but they're paper losses. They're not realized profit and they're not realized gains. They're paper, meaning that you haven't realized them. They're not anything that you can put on your taxes at this point because you're still holding that position. So yes, in that sense of thinking, yeah, you don't lose until you sell. I agree with you. Keith is back in the chat. What's Keith got going on? Made it. Been at the tailor all morning, getting fitted for your spacesuit. Nice. You had me going there. I'm a little bit of a slow reader, but I got you there at the end. Got that Louis Vuitton spacesuit going on. A Gucci spacesuit. See, I mean, we're seeing good numbers, guys. I mean, I'm positive. I'm happy with what we're seeing. I'm happy with the direction that we're moving in. I'm happy with the amount of money that AMC has been putting into their company, and not just pump and dump and trying to gain as much as they possibly can. They're taking strategic, or they're making strategic moves as the price continues to climb. 8.5 million shares is not a lot of shares in the whole scheme of what is available or what AMC is supposed to have tradable out there. AMC, we're looking at 500 million shares, or legal shares, or I should say, 500 million legal shares of AMC. 8.5 is not a lot. 8.5 was enough for them to pay off some of their debt and to make some changes. And we got a little message from the CEO this morning of some of the changes that he's already putting out there. We have new perks. If you're a shareholder with AMC and you can verify your position, or you can verify, you don't have to tell them how many shares you're holding. I mean, from what I understand, you can hold 1 to 10,000 shares. It doesn't matter. As long as you're a shareholder with AMC, there are perks now available through their website. I think it's amctheaters.com/stockholder. And you get incentives, or you get little perks when you go to the movie theaters with some of their new platforms that they're rolling out. I think that is super cool to see. One of the biggest things that the CEO, that Aaron, our CEO of AMC, has been saying is, he works for the shareholders. He works for the people who have invested in his company. And this, to me, is a way of validating that fact. He's giving back to the shareholders, not just in massive gains on the stock, but with perks in his theaters and services like that. So I thought that was very cool to see this morning. I'll try to pull up the Twitter feed here in a little bit, see if I can dig it up for you guys. Let me see. I don't want to go too deep down the Twitter rabbit hole. It can be dangerous. Yeah. So didn't take me too long to pull it up. So we got Adam Aaron. Today, AMC and I launch an innovative effort to communicate with often with our shareholders. AMC Investor Connect gets you AMC stub benefits and special shareholder rewards for those who patronize or not patronize. Um, yeah, AMC theaters in the U.S. Sign up is completely free at, and they give you the address. So I thought that was very cool, giving the investors a chance to speak not just in the annual shareholders meeting like we have coming up. He is giving the opportunity for investors to get connected with him, see what's going on, see what's happening behind the scenes, as much as they can divulge. And here's a couple of benefits. Here's a large popcorn, some free drinks, some cheaper movie tickets, whatever it may be. It's a pretty cool little give back to all the shareholders that are out there, because he knows that his company is being controlled by majority of retail investors, bunch of apes holding AMC. So he's pleading to our common goal here of wealth and growth, and also our stomachs, giving us free food. So that always helps me. I know I know that. I thought that was very, very interesting to see. And again, they're talking about it all over Reddit, and so on. They're talking about it. Twitter, obviously, here. I mean, it's been tweeted out, 8,400 times. Now, cryptocurrency is doing some weird things. Let's check out BTC. Nice little pump up. When we're moving up, we're trending up a little bit. Nice little trend line moving up. Whether we see a retracement back down, I know a lot of people have speculation that Bitcoin is going to crash to like 27,000 to 20,000. I'm not so sure of those numbers. Those are some pretty big dips. I know we've seen dips like that in the past, but to me, looking at this, going back, looking at our high of highs, this to me looks like some consolidation. If we take a step back and we look at it, we're right within the RSI band. We're seeing big dips and gains, but it's a sideways momentum if we take a step back. This right here was a pretty big dip, red candle. However, I don't think we're in a bad position. I think that a lot of hedge funds that are losing money in the market right now with GameStop and AMC and other short attacks are trying to limit the amount of losses that they're showing their investors, and limit the amount of losses that they're showing in their accounts by selling cryptocurrency in after hours. That's kind of more or less what I'm seeing here, and my thoughts on it. Whether I'm correct or not, I really don't know. That's just my opinion. But we're not doing too bad right now with Bitcoin climbing back up. Maybe we'll start to see 40,000, maybe 41,000 by this weekend. BNB is shooting. Not sure if I like that. Like it. I think BNB going up is a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. More or less, not because I hold Binance or BNB Coin or their smart chain, but because I hold SafeMoon. SafeMoon is tied to the Binance smart chain, so I am holding it. I'm glad that's going up, because that means SafeMoon is going to start going up as well. I'd like to see SafeMoon break away from the Binance smart chain or show a little bit of strength on their own, but that is going to take time and effort. It definitely has the drive behind it. SafeMoon is only a couple months old and has massive community and following, so it's only a matter of time before it can stand on its own 2 feet and isn't reliant on the Binance smart chain price. I have some BNB. Glad it's back up. Yeah, see, some guys are good. Blah blah blah. Whew, been a rough morning. I apologize. it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I don't think Binance being down. The whole market was down, right? So what goes down must go up. What goes up must go down. Kind of scenario here. I'm holding on to it. I'm holding on to my safe moon, and that's, like I said, tied to Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, you gotta check your risk levels, check and see how it's gonna work best for you. I don't think I can pull up BNB here on Webull, and that's the chart platform I'm using right now is Webull. So we can't pull it up here, but let me yeah, I mean it's got a decent little green candle pushing up. Again, this is, let me see here, make sure we got the right pair here. Binance Coin. Let me see if we can find some better time frames here. Let's do 1 day. Yeah, I mean, so we just, Binance Coin just passed its all-time high. It looks like it's trending back up on the daily chart. So we're sitting. This is not. This isn't the ideal pair I'd like to work with, but it does show price movement. Let me see if I could change out my pair here. Let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting pair. I don't know why TradingView gave me that pair. There we go. There we go. There we go. That looks a little bit different, huh? Now let's zoom out. I don't like 1 minute charts. I like to stay 30-minute, 1 hour charts is more or less where I like to look, where I like to stand. I don't know why the auto Fibonacci kicked in here. I don't. It's not something that I put in. Let's remove it. There we go. Yeah, so on the 1 hour chart, it looks good. It looks promising. We got some good, strong momentum pushing up with the Binance Coin right around $412.12. It may continue to push up. It could also be because Bitcoin and Dogecoin and some of the others have pushed up as well in the past couple hours. It's cryptocurrency is a very unique trading system, if you will, a unique trading class of its own. They all kind of move in unison. When you get to a certain price limit or market cap, they kind of stay within each other's realms, if you will. Binance dips or Bitcoin dips, usually the top 10 kind of move in unison with it. Not as not as volatile as say Bitcoin moves, but a lot of them move within that top 10 range. So seeing Binance, knowing that it's in one of the top cryptocurrencies, it has a large market cap, seeing this kind of movement is not, out of the ordinary. Will it continue to climb up? It's tough for me to say. We have some good, strong 1 hour candles in the upward direction. If I'm a holder in it, I would continue to hold. If I was looking to get into it, again, I'm a big fan of dollar cost averaging. I would divvy up or divide my position, how much I'm willing to invest into a specific asset, this one being Binance, of course, and I would figure out where my entries would be and just dollar cost average into it. Whether it goes up, whether it goes down, I'm only willing to risk X amount of dollars investing in that asset. Kind of takes the emotions out of it, trying to catch the low, trying to catch the high, and so on, by dollar cost averaging in and setting a hard limit of how much you want to invest in an asset. Makes things a little bit easier on you on the mental side of things. So maybe that's something you want to look into if you're trying to get into Binance or trying to get into other cryptocurrencies. Dollar cost averaging is a great tool to use. Check it out, learn a little bit more about it. Maybe a strategy you want to add to your portfolio. What else we got going on? I have some BNB. Yep, Ronald, always welcome in the chat. Hoping you are holding quite a bit of BNB as the price goes up for you. Hopefully you can see some gains there. I want to buy into BNB. It was down about 50%. Like I said, it's going to dip. It's going to come back. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast right now with cryptocurrency. Can it hit these all-time highs again? Are we going to see, $600, $700? It's very, very possible to hit those. It's not unheard of for cryptocurrencies to dip 50, 60% and come back the next day. You just got to be patient. Whales on the SHIB train. Yeah, Shiba Inu coin. That's an interesting one. I put $100 into it. Just kind of had $100 lying around. So I thought it was an interesting coin to kind of dive into. So I'm holding 7.3 million SHIB coins or Shiba Inu coins, and worth about $71. Woohoo! We're up 14% right now. Dogecoin is up right around 32.8%. CRO is up 5.9%, and Litecoin is up as well. So all across the board, cryptocurrency, in my opinion, is doing fairly well. We're not back at those high levels when Bitcoin was at its all-time high, but we are making strides in that direction. Some big news, though, while we're on the subject of cryptocurrency. If you guys are not aware of it, we have some Dogecoin news. Dogecoin itself was actually listed, or is about to be listed, on Coinbase Pro. So Coinbase Pro is the pro trading platform behind Coinbase. It's kind of their back-end trading service. It used to be called GDAX, and kind of was like the secret backdoor to Coinbase. Coinbase has rebranded it as Coinbase Pro, and they are now offering Dogecoin pairs. And hopefully they'll be rolling out the Dogecoin onto their main front-end platform very, very soon. I think Dogecoin, being on the pro side, or the pro trading side of Coinbase, is very key to them rolling it out on their more visually appealing front-end side for the day-to-day individuals trying to get into cryptocurrency. The pro side of things is a lot like this. It's a lot like Webull. More in-depth charts, more in-depth research and analysis, and hopefully it will help push money and volume into Coinbase and into Dogecoin. And once that is done and they see that, I'm sure they'll roll it out on their front-end services as well. So that's some pretty big news in my opinion. It's not 100% integration in Coinbase, but it is something. It is a step in the right direction, which is huge right now for Dogecoin. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going, and we'll see some better price action and more stable volume moving forward. Let's see if they got anything posted on their Twitter page with Coinbase. If any updated news, I think I missed some of it. Coinbase platform. Yeah, see, this is 20 hours ago. Coinbase says Dogecoin is launching on Coinbase Pro. Coinbase, starting immediately, we begin accepting inbound transfers of Doge to Coinbase Pro. Again, it's not full integration, but it is a step in the right direction, which I believe is a huge, huge step in the right direction. I'm super pumped about it. I'm not a big fan of Coinbase overall. I've had some bad experiences with Coinbase, but that's personal stuff. That's nothing that Coinbase did wrong. It's just I messed up. I'm sure it was a user operator error. But I've since pulled most of my holdings out of Coinbase. But from a Dogecoin army individual, someone who mines Dogecoin, someone who supports Dogecoin and is a big supporter and fan of it, this is big for the community. This is big for the cryptocurrency to get on such a large trading platform. Coinbase is one of the largest, if not the largest, exchanges for cryptocurrency right now. Everybody from, in their adolescence to their grandmothers and grandpas are using Coinbase. It's a very nice, simple platform and makes cryptocurrency easy and accessible to so many people. So to have it on their backside or their pro service is a step, is a big step. I mean, we have other things in the pipeline coming up with Dogecoin. Hopefully seeing how this is being implemented with Coinbase Pro, it will incentivize some of these other platforms like Webull, like Robinhood, to offer cryptocurrency deposits. A big thing with cryptocurrency and on some of these exchanges that using clearinghouses like Robinhood, like Webull, like eToro, not your keys, not your coins. I can't stress that enough, guys. Not your keys, not your coins. I'm guilty of holding cryptocurrency on those platforms as well. I'm doing my best to liquidate and remove some of my cryptocurrency holdings from those platforms, move into safer trading services like crypto.com, like Binance, and get away from not your keys, not your coin platforms like Robinhood. But hopefully this with Coinbase Pro will incentivize those type of platforms to step up their game and offer us cryptocurrency deposits and offer us our own private keys. That's my hope. Fingers crossed. I'm looking towards the positive. I'm trying to stay optimistic. We've got some good price movement today with Dogecoin, so hopefully we can see it continue. Ronald says, I took a step in the wrong direction when I got out of bed. Come on. You're doing good today. You're doing good. You're walking. That's what's important, Ronald. Any step that I can take out of my bed, I consider it a good step. Yeah, we're doing good. I mean, my account's doing healthy. I'm hitting all-time highs in my account. I know a lot of other guys are showing gains, and gains will come for everybody else. We just got to be patient. Positivity. We're doing good. We're doing good, guys. And thank you, guys. Thank you so much, everyone who comes out every week. I know there's only a select handful of you guys, but you guys are awesome. Share the content out with people. Let's get more people involved in the conversation. Let's get the conversations spiced up a little bit. Let's see if we can get some more feedback from other places around the world. And really, like I said, let's get the conversation going. It's one of my key things that I want to focus on. I want to get more feedback from more people and get some more intel and more opinions, because we learn better when we are questioning each other in a respectful manner. Everybody has the right to their own opinions and their own beliefs, but it's within human nature to question each other and share our opinions in a respectful manner to grow and learn together. So I thank you guys for being respectful in the Discord community, being respectful here on YouTube. And all I can do is ask you guys to hit that like button, hit that share button, and let's build the community as big as we can possibly get it, so we can get more people in here and learn more together. Where do you see AMC going by the end of market today? Let's go back to AMC. Let's see if we can give a... It's always difficult to do predictions. I don't like to make predictions, to be honest with you. Well, we're approaching that high level that we hit earlier today, right around $44.75. I'm not going to make a prediction, but I will share with you guys my hopes for this today. I'm really hoping that we will see closing price above $45. Closer to $50 we get, the happier I will be. it is a good mental resistance point at $50, at $45. Those are big key mental blocks for so many traders. There's a lot of gains being made today. The past couple days, there's a lot of gains being made. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to continue the gains climbing forward. If I close out my position right there, I'm showing a good chunk of profit. However, it's not the profit that is going to change my life yet. I have big dreams, big aspirations, so I'm going to continue to hold, and I'm going to continue to push forward. Holy crap, Ronald, why are you doing that kind of craziness? Thank you so much, sir. Wow. That's going straight to AMC. I appreciate you. That's awesome. That was a big distraction. Jeez, Ronald. Way to throw me off topic, man. Yeah, back to OG Sanity's question. I'm not going to predict it. I'm not going to try to... Yeah, it's going to hit $50. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers looking at the charts, looking at the direction that we are trending in. As we get closer to the end of the day, we could be right around that $46 range, in my opinion. It would be really nice to bypass $45 and close above $45, closer to that $50 mark. Again, that is a very key position for so many retail and traders, and so many traders in general, because again, it's a lot of gains to be seen. It's a lot of gains to be had. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their assets. I'm never going to do that. So if you are in profit and you are showing gains and you are happy with your gains, take them where you see them. Me personally, I'm holding on for the long haul. This is just the beginning of it. Today was a very key day for AMC, and I'm going to continue to hold until I see everything continue to push forward. Let's straighten out some of these lines just so we can get a better understanding of what's going on. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I guess so. He's paying for my ticket to Belize. He really wants me to come out there. I mean, I got 2 kids and a family, man. If you got no problem with it, we'll come out. Laugh aloud. I'm self-employed, and it takes fortitude to go to work. That's how I ended up retired. Thank you for explaining. Yeah, again, man, I wish you the best of luck. Hold on. You know, what risk you are willing to take is something that you really have to ask yourself. It's an important question that every investor, anybody who's trying to get into investing, whether you are new or experienced, because risk levels change as your life changes. Really take a hard look at how much risk you are willing to take and how much money you are willing to lose. That is important. How much money are you willing to lose to realize profit and gains? I'm willing to lose quite a bit to see some huge gains. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm holding on to. I'm going to continue to hold, even if we see a massive retracement right now going into the weekend and going into Friday, which I don't think is going to happen. I'm still going to hold. The squeeze is still coming. Today is just a key factor in that impending squeeze. We can take a look at Ortex. We can take a look at Fintel. We can see what we're doing, what's going on. I don't think the news that I have seen so far today, I don't believe any of the hedges have covered any of their shorts yet. May 11th, 2 hours ago. This is Blink. Let's see if we can get 4 hours ago. Today's short interest updated in AMC, Ride, a couple others there. Won't let me click on it because I don't have Ortex subscription. Let's see if we can get some live feedback here. GameStop, BlackBerry, AMC. Okay, so this is about 5 hours ago. So prior to the market opening, AMC continues its strong start to the day, reaching record highs of over $44 in the pre-market, the previous all-time high of $36.72. Short interest is 18%, 18.0% of free float. That is a large number. That is what we want to see. For live short interest rates, goes to Ortex. Unfortunately, I don't have an Ortex subscription, and I've tried checking out that site way too often, so it immediately asks me to sign up. So I can't really check that out for you guys. after strong performance yesterday, 18.2. Let's see, 7 hours ago, decreased by 0.28%. Not really a big deal. What we got going on here? This is 8 hours ago. AMC rally continues, and after hours, 6.15 additional AMC shares. 6.15 million additional shares were borrowed on Tuesday. That is crazy to me. An additional 6.15 million additional AMC shares were borrowed. So they're continuing to borrow shares against AMC. They're continuing to short it. It's at this point in time, this short squeeze, it is a waiting game. It is a game of pride for so many people. But I think that I've seen a couple posts on Reddit that we've been poor far longer than they've been rich. So we can definitely hold out, I feel, a lot longer than the hedge funds can hold out. And I think that's what I'm betting on. I'm betting on the fact that everybody holding AMC, the ape nation, the ape army behind AMC, is more geared to holding on to their positions than AMC short sellers are willing to pay out. So just we're going to hold on and keep our fingers crossed that we'll keep pushing the price higher and higher, because as the price goes higher and higher, once the squeeze does start, once the squeeze is finally initiated and they start selling or buying back the positions that they have shorted, it's just going to go that much higher. If the short squeeze had happened back around $12, it may not have hit the $10,000 mark. But as we get closer to that $100 mark, in steady price growth based upon volume, the higher the short squeeze has a potential of going. It's all about math and ratios and statistics, guys. So the more stable we can get at a higher price of value, $50, $100, whatever it may be, with just an influx of volume into the market, the higher our short squeeze potential has. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it kind of gives you guys an incentive to continue to hold, even seeing some of these gains. What we're seeing today, what we're seeing the past couple days, is just added liquidity to the market. It's just new money coming into the market. This isn't the squeeze. This is great price movement, but it's just more money, new money coming into the market, pushing the price up. FOMO, call it liquidity, call it whatever you want, but it's just new money coming into the market, and they're borrowing against that new money is what they're doing, and they're just going to push that squeeze even higher once it finally takes off. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. That's the way I'm looking at it. That's the way I'm interpreting this short squeeze moving forward. If you're holding GameStop is doing well, doing okay as it is. But just for an example, look at where GameStop is now compared to where AMC is. So doing pretty well with AMC. I'm going to continue to hold. Continue to hold. Let's see if we can take a look at Fintel. Fintel's got, it's some of these sites aren't super reliable, granted. Some of them may be manipulated, but at least it gives us an idea of what may be happening. Let's open up a new tab here. All right, so let's see what we got going on. Yeah, they're not covering, guys. They're 20 shares, and so 11 minutes ago. This was updated 10 minutes ago. Short shares available, 20. That's pretty much zero in the scheme of things. When you're talking about 500 million shares available for AMC, 20 is nothing. There's nothing there for them to borrow anymore. They continue to borrow and borrow and borrow, which is just loss upon loss as the price goes up and up. The price numbers go on for infinity when we're talking a dollar value, right? They go on for infinity, but they only have so far to go down to zero. Once you hit zero, the company's gone, right? In theory. So the higher the price goes, the more money they lose and the more money we gain. I'm fine with that logic. I can work with that. I'm happy with that. Continue to push, continue to hold. The short borrow rates are a little bit different here on Fintel than we saw on Ortex. They're saying it's 10.99%. We'll call it 11%. Volume is kind of jumping up all over the place. Short volume ratio 19.35. Short volume is right around 97 million shares. So it's all good numbers to me. Again, guys, this is an indicator to me. This is what my opinion is, this isn't the short squeeze. What we're seeing now, the price action that we're seeing now, is not the short squeeze with AMC. Everything that we're seeing on Ortex, everything that we're seeing on Fintel, and that we're reading, that we're seeing on Webull with the second tier level volume controlled, it's showing me that the short squeeze hasn't happened, and everything in the market right now is just new money and new fuel to the fire. That is more. That's where I want to be. I want to see this push higher and higher. We're got a couple good green candles here. We may see a small one dip here for a little bit as we approach that 1 hour mark, the end of the 1 hour mark. And I think I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, that we're going to pass that $45 threshold moving forward with AMC. It's a key point. Today is going to be some serious FOMO into the market. Some serious. Let's look at the amount of volume. Yeah, $50 strike price I saw pop up there. So look at this. Look at this buy wall. There's nobody there. Nobody there. Hello. Pushing the boulder up the hill and hoping more villagers come help push it, basically. Flower to flower. Awesome name, by the way. But yeah, 100% correct. It's we're fighting retail investors as we're pushing that boulder up the hill. We are fighting gravity, hedge funds being gravity, because they hold more weight in the market. They have more liquidity. They have more assets. They have more money. They have deeper pockets. So yeah, they are the heavy factor. They are the gravity in this scenario. And we as retail investors are definitely pushing our individual boulders up that hill, fighting the hedge funds, fighting the gravity. And who's got the more strength and who's got the bigger pride is kind of what it's going to come down to, in my opinion. From what I'm seeing, we're got a steady pace going. We're chugging one step at a time up that hill, and it's putting a bigger smile on my face every day. I'm happy about it. I'm looking at my gains. I'm happy about my gains. I'm eager to see them keep climbing. So fingers crossed, guys. Everybody realizes their gains and everybody realizes their dreams. And continues to climb and make money. And I hope you guys, are smart about it. Once you end up closing your positions at whatever profit level you close your positions, find a tax attorney. Do your research. Don't pull your money out of the market until you do your research. Close your positions. Keep them in your brokerage. Reinvest them into stable ETFs. Dividend ETFs, whatever it may be, that don't have this much volatile until you figure out how to utilize your gains properly. I beg you guys, do your research. Short-term capital gains for most states in the U.S. is 37%. 37%, guys. Do your research. Reach out to tax professionals and advisors that can be trusted. Keyword is being trusted. I don't want to see you guys lose all the profits that you're gaining. Please, please, please reach out to me. Ask me questions. I'll do my best to answer them and help you research if I can. I don't want to see you guys lose your gains. This is so big. Bare minimum, put 35% into a savings account if you don't know what you're doing until next year. Yeah, absolutely. 37%, 35%, whatever it is. I look at it as 37% for minimum short-term capital gains. You want to either reinvest them immediately. Don't withdraw them. As soon as you withdraw them from the brokerage, you're going to have to pay capital gains tax on them. And in some cases, even closing out the position, you're going to have to pay capital gains tax on them. Reinvest it immediately until you have a better understanding on what to do with it. Yeah, but Belize is sounding better and better every single day, Ronald. So is that Swiss bank account. I mean, I pay my taxes. Mr. IRS man, don't, I pay my taxes. Don't you worry. Yeah, the IRS here in the United States, guys, is cracking down hard. We have more and more people getting arrested every single day that have defrauded their PPP loans, that have, misfiled their taxes. They're definitely cracking down on audits and everything else in regards to IRS and paying your taxes. Make sure that if you are doing your taxes yourself, you're at least consulting with a professional, especially if you're a small business owner like myself. I own multiple small businesses. I've been doing my taxes for years, and this is probably the first time that I have actually paid somebody to audit before I sent everything else to the IRS, just because of everything that is going on in the economy. The money that they're giving us for stimulus checks have to come from someplace, guys. It's not just they're printing it, but they want that money back. They're going to get it tax wise, whatever it may be. They're going to come after it, and they're going to do it as sneakily and as quietly as they possibly can. So seek tax professionals, especially if you have short-term capital gains. Protect your assets. Protect yourself, guys. Protect your families. I can't stress that enough. Flower to Flower saying Ledger, Swiss bank account, jokes. Yes, the IRS, jokes, jokes. Jokes. Klaus over on the Discord service is saying he wants his Dogecoin back. It's coming back, man. It's on its way. Yeah, we're approaching that all-time high right now on AMC, guys. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big week for AMC. Again, this is a big catalyst. Once we get those numbers for the share count, it's going to do some serious damage to the hedgies. It's going to shine light into those dark, dark corners that we call the hedge funds. My fingers just can't type today. AMC. I'm going through some news outlets here, see if I can get some more information for you guys on the share count. Like I said, it's going to be shining some serious light into those dark corners that we call the hedge funds. Good grief, 3 more just came on a wrecker. So just so we can kind of put things into perspective, at the end of 2020, there were 117.2 million diluted shares, which grew to 400.1 million shares at the end of March, and is now almost 450 million shares in September to December last year. The company sold about 100 million shares and raised $290 million before commissions and fees. So I don't know what people are saying. I don't know where all this FUD is coming from that AMC is dying, because they got some serious money coming into the company. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon, and they're rolling out new platforms every single day and new incentives for not just shareholders, but for people interested in AMC and in movies, movie buffs like myself. This is big news, guys. We got Flower to flower, yes I do. So I do have a couple videos on the L3 Plus and also prohashing.com. I appreciate the referral if you're going to use prohashing.com. However, I will give you a warning. Prohashing has been having some issues lately. I don't know if they're updating their servers or what is going on, but a number of the Discord members have been having issues with their payouts in regards to prohashing. A lot of guys have either switched over to litecoinpool.org or .com, I believe, and FP2Pool as well. I like personally FP2Pool for an alternative because it pays you out Dogecoin and Litecoin. It pays you out both of them. So I get my Dogecoin, my 56 whatever, 60 Dogecoin a day on top of my Litecoin payout using F2Pool. So check those out. ProHashing is a great one. I do like ProHashing quite a bit. It is one of my favorite sites. However, they have been having a lot of issues lately. So just do your research, do your digging. And again, if you're on the Discord server, direct message me and reach out to some of the other guys and see what's going on, because we're always constantly talking about what the best place to mine is for the most profits. Yeah, see, exactly. So Keith beat me to it. There's a little bit of a delay in my stream here, so it looks like Keith beat me to it. They were doing server updates Monday and Tuesday night. So yeah, just look into it. Check out what's going on. Again, Litecoin Pool is a good one, and so is F2 Pool as well. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about pro hashing. So them being down for a couple days over the years that I have used them is not a big deal to me. I've seen them go from major upgrades in the past couple years. Now they're doing this, so I'm all for it. If you want to use pro hashing, check it out. They're a great service. And again, if you have any questions about overclocking your units, again, slide over to Discord. A lot of guys are doing it and fine-tuning their individual chips on those L3 Pluses and other Antmine units to get the most out of them, to make them run more efficiently, and to, of course, increase the longevity of the miners themselves. These miners are running 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the most cases. So you want to make sure they are maintained and kept clean, and you're not burning out specific chips. And taking good care of them is a big factor. Good to know, Keith. Thanks for keeping us up to date. They came back online yesterday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S. With a 10-hour loss, I was up $1 from past days. Yeah, so they've always been good about paying back any lost time or lost mining rights, whatever it may be, on pro hashing. So I think that's a pretty cool of them to do so. Major volumes with AMC. We're seeing huge, massive volumes with AMC. I think this is the highest volume levels we've seen with AMC. We're talking the 425.97 million shares have changed hands in the past 10 days. That's almost the entire free float of AMC, guys. Those are some huge numbers. And don't forget, guys, if you're holding AMC, they pay out dividends as well. If you want to keep holding them, even going on to the future, they pay out dividends. According to Robinhood, at least they pay out dividends. Yeah, Robinhood's got a bunch of FUD. I think this is hilarious. So let's look at Robinhood, right? It's got a 60% hold. It's got a zero buy. Very interesting. Why we have a zero buy percentage. AMC isn't stock investors who want to chase strategy. AMC shares get rewarded with a free popcorn under new Investor Connect program. I think that's awesome. Why is that being put, worded like that? That's some cool stuff. They don't have to do anything. Most companies don't do anything for their shareholders. That is phenomenal, in my opinion. That is some cool shit. Meme stock surges as major index ticker high. They've been using this same picture for years. Years and years and years and years. It's hilarious to me. It cracks me up. Dividend yield is 1.42%. Average volume 311.67 million shares of volume. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No big news, no major news. Other than this shit. This is fucking hilarious. Zero, but yeah. You know what, guys? If just because I see that, look, I have $286 available. How much can I buy with 286? Can I buy 2 more shares? Can I buy 5 more shares? Yes, I can. Just because they told me not to, I'm gonna buy more. Screw you, Robinhood. I'm buying more shares because you told me not to. Don't buy, sell, 40% sell, 0% buy. Bullshit. I'm going to get screwed over by Robinhood, aren't I? I have a very sneaky suspicion that when I go to close out my positions during the squeeze, Robinhood's going to screw me over. What the hell? Yep, look, we're about to hit $45. But don't buy it, guys. Come on. So AMC has passed the $21 billion market cap. Just kind of put that in perspective, guys. And look, hey, we passed 45 bucks. Let's see if we can close above 45. We're at 45, 40, 45, 45, 50, 45, 55. We're going. We're moving. We got some momentum behind us now. See, we broke through that mental block. $45 was a mental block for so many people. Let's see if we can hold above it. A little bit of a sell wall there. Not something that, it's great to see, but it is what it is. People taking the gains, I understand. But the buy wall is just as big. Where we got some good buy momentum here. So we want to see the sell side, the sell wall, just kind of flat. We want to see it flat. We want people to buy it, or the hedge funds to buy the positions back at our price. Yep, so we've passed. AMC has surpassed GameStop with a $21 billion market cap. The amount of FUD that I'm reading is hilarious. Yeah, Robinhood's absolutely flower. 45, 50, 60. I'll buy it at 200. Hell yeah, man. If it's going to continue to climb and we hit that $1,000 mark, who cares if you're buying it at 200 if its price is going to 1,000? Unreal. There's 46. We got to close above 46. We bounce across that top band here, and I will be happy. If we can stay within this light gray band, this is a good position to be in. This is the high side of this these bands here. I want to see us stay within this line. Squeeze. Welcome to the chat, amigo. Hey, since now you're here, we can tell everybody that I recently did a podcast with Amigo PC. It should be airing in the next couple weeks or so, but if you guys haven't checked them out, Amigo PC has an amazing podcast. You guys need to listen to them. They are phenomenal. It was so much fun talking with them on Sunday night. So I encourage you guys to check out their channel, check out their podcast. They're some cool guys with an amazing podcast. I've definitely started to listen to them more and more on my own since they've asked me to do an interview with them. So they're definitely on my podcast list of channels and podcasts to listen to. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Amigo PC, share a link to your channel and your podcast if you can, and I'll pin it. Or DM me on Discord, and I'll pin it here. I hope my audio's okay today. 47, 47, 47.50. Can I get a 47.50? 50, 47.50. I think I need to hire an auctioneer just to read off the AMC price as it climbs. As we approach the squeeze, I think that would be hilarious if we get an auctioneer in here to just rattle off the numbers as the price climbs. I'm looking, guys. I'm digging for some news here on AMC. Trying to get some share numbers here. I think that may be why we're seeing that this movement is because maybe the share, the price, the value, how many shares we have actually came out. Finance. All right, so on May 2nd, AMC should have had, according to the books, according to SEC books, according to the guidelines, they should have 450.28 million shares. That is the amount of shares that should be in the market. So anything above that line is going to be synthetic shares, is going to be shares that were created during the shorting from the hedge funds. So we'll have to see what the numbers actually come out to pushing forward, because once the count comes out, those shares become real. And it's going to force the hedge funds to purchase those shares. That's what we want to happen. That's what we want to see happen. Come on, let's hit 50. Let's hit 50. We're at 49.50 is our new high. Let's see if we can hold above it. We hit an all-time high of 49.50. The key is to hold above it. It's fine to hit it. It's fun to see those numbers, but it's more important to hold above those lines. And look at the sell level. Look at that. Look at the volume. Look at that. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see me pointing at my screen. I gotta use my mouse. I'm getting a little excited over here. This is what we want to see. We want to see more people buying. We want to see this buy wall higher and higher with less people selling. That is going to drive up the price. As people are less likely to sell at lower levels, as the price climbs, it's going to incentivize buyers to buy at higher and higher levels. That is what we want to see, guys. That is what we need to see. We need to see that buy wall increase. We need to see that sell wall kind of be stagnant. I'm almost tempted to put in a sell order at 10K and see if Webull will let me put it in. My phone's going off like crazy over here. Alert after alert. AMC, highest high. Jesus. We got some huge movements. I mean, for everybody holding AMC, for everybody holding Dogecoin, you guys are doing good today. We're seeing some big movement. Let's take a look back at Doge while we're kind of slowing down a little bit here on AMC. So let's jump over here real quick. And Doge is kind of stabilizing. We're kind of teetering a little bit. 41.30, 41.29. Not a bad price. I want to see 50 cents today. Hopefully we'll see 50 cents in the after hours again. Cryptocurrency trades all day long, every day. 7 days a week, 25 hours a day, 24 hours a day. So we're going to see a lot of, we're going to see a lot more price movement in cryptocurrency as the U.S. stock market closes, just because there's so much hype around the U.S. stock market right now. Not too many people are talking about the fact that Dogecoin is now, or Coinbase Pro is now allowing Dogecoin deposits on their Pro platform. I see a little bit of it on YouTube. I see a little bit of it on some of these other financial outlets, but most of the hype right now is with AMC. So hopefully we can push forward. We can push past these limits, and as the market comes to a close today, we will see some good momentum. Let's get rid of some of this crap. There we go. So we should have, yep, we do. We do have custom emojis for the chat finally for YouTube. Those are cool to see and have. Ooh, baby. Come on, AMC. It's just not in my nature to be as energetic as like trades. That guy is off the chain. He's just got so much energy when it comes to talking about trading. I'm excited, guys. I really am. I just don't show it as much as he does. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep it up. That's the key. Where we're getting good momentum, we're seeing a good pump. It's good steady growth. To me, that is what this market looks like. We're not seeing super parabolic movement. We're seeing dips and bounds and retracements, and that is all good signs that the company is strong, that the money behind the company is strong. We got to continue this trend before the squeeze. Leading up to that squeeze. I mean, I'm digging here. I'm looking. I'm going through as much information as I possibly can, but I cannot seem to find the share count that we're supposed to be getting today. Either it hasn't been published yet, or they're just still in the process of doing it. Hopefully we'll get it by the end of today or first thing in the morning. It's very important that we see those numbers. It's going to be a huge catalyst in this upcoming short squeeze. Let's see if Fintel's numbers have changed a little bit. Let's refresh it. See what we got. Still nothing. Still no short shares available. So what that means, guys, is the short interest, the shorters, the hedge funds that are shorting AMC have not begun to close their positions. Last updated 10 minutes ago, I just refreshed the page, and we still see only 20 shares available for shorting. That is good news. That means this price that we're seeing is just driven by volume. It's just driven by liquidity. This isn't the short squeeze yet. This is just FOMO. This is awesome. The higher the price gets before the squeeze, the higher the potential squeeze will be. I can't stress that enough. This is all good news. This isn't bad, guys. This is great to see. This is awesome. I'm loving this. This is. I wish I was a more energetic individual so I could express how happy I am and excited and just in awe at the market movement. It's some crazy stuff we're seeing. Like I said, I've been trading since I was legally allowed to trade, and before then I was using my father's trading accounts. So I've been doing this for quite some time, and I have a pretty good memory for this type of stuff for numbers. To see this happen at this extent is unreal. I hope you guys really understand how amazing this is. How this is going to impact the financial institute across the board. This is that there are already multiple regulatory institutions under the SEC who have put out amendments and new documents and things that have already been passed to protect themselves once the squeeze happens, calling it a cool down period, and then to also prevent this type of thing from happening moving forward. This is a transition of power and wealth from hedge funds and market makers to people that have hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in their pocket to the everyday trader, the everyday retail investor that is just scraping by with a $5,000 trading account or a $1,000 trading account or a $50 trading account. This is a transition of power and wealth. That is what we are seeing. That is what I believe we are seeing. This is phenomenal. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy that I started producing more content on YouTube because this is going to go down in history. And I'm going to come back and show my grandkids, hey, your grandfather was on a platform called YouTube way back when talking about that big financial transition of power back in 2021, because that is what we're seeing. 2020, 2021 has been the craziest years. It's unreal. Some crazy stuff. Between SafeMoon and Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, AMC, GameStop, the pandemic, everything. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying pandemic, but I really don't care at this point. I don't think I had any music in my last live stream, and I still got called out for copyright infringement. I don't know what the hell is going on. But this is 48 minutes ago. Someone said 41 to 43. If you have a problem with the BAM models, unorthodox method, unfollow. I really don't know what their method is, but they're AMC supporters, so that's good. See if Ortex has anything new for us. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have any new information for us in regards to AMC. Typically, they won't come out with something until midday as we approach that lunchtime break for AMC in Wall Street. So we'll probably see some information about that later today. Maybe some more information from them, from Ortex, from Fintel. Whew, man, look at that price go. Can we hit 50? Can we do it? Can we do it? We're getting there. We're getting there. Join the party. Join the party. Share out the video. Share out the information. Let's get this chat going. Let's get more people in here to share their opinions. I mean, Trey's live right now, and I think he's got well over 10,000 people watching him. I'm glad for the guys that watch me. I'm happy for you guys. You guys have been awesome, but let's get the conversation going. Let's share out this excitement with more people. We're about to hit 50. There it is, 50, all-time high. Hit 50 and stopped. Stopped it dead on 50. Come on. If that's not a mental resistance point, I don't know what else is. It just stopped. It hit 50 and said, Ooh, man. Yeah, share out the content, guys. Share out the conversation. Discord server is open right now for people who want to invite their friends and family members to join in on the respectful conversations that we have over there. I don't know how much longer we will be live. You're calling 50. Okay, so pause my little spiel there. Amigo PC calling $51. You heard it here first. Let's see if he's right. Let's see if we can close today above 51. Again, that we triggered that mental resistance point right at $50, new all-time high. Let's see if Amigo PC is correct and we can close above that 51 mark. It would be a good key turning point. You know, you have your traditional resistance points when we talk about analysis and indicators that follow mathematical resistance points, and then we have mental resistance points as well. Points that are key to a lot of people's mental state and what gains they're looking to realize. 50 is a key one. A lot of times they go with solid numbers. We're talking 40, 45, 50, those hard lines, whether it be $42. Those are hard numbers. Those are key points, resistance points that a lot of people use when traders are trading. They'll put those hard numbers in. As we look over here at the sell line, you'll see a lot of round numbers. 60 cents, 49.70, 49.80, 49.90, 50. Hard points. We're not talking about 47. We're not talking about 43. Hard resistance points. Those are all mental resistance points that traders are looking to catch gains or buy into the market or buy back into the market. Sell at 45, buy at 45, sell at 50, buy back in at 48, sell at 50, and kind of catch those gains as the market climbs. It's a number of different strategies. Keith is saying 52. So who's going to be right? Are we closing at 51 or 52? Share out the content, guys. I give you guys permission. Copy and paste that link into your social media platforms. Get the content out there to more people. Share it, not just my content, but other people talking about AMC, talking about the short squeeze, talking about cryptocurrency. YouTube has been known for shadow banning individuals who talk about this kind of subject, who put it in their titles. It's not a popular subject right now to be talking about in terms of the YouTube algorithm. It's a manual shadow ban. It's not being put out to more people because the less people that know about it, the less money that comes into AMC and the less money the hedge funds lose. I've said this time and time again on multiple episodes within my channel. 90% of all media outlets are controlled by 15 of the world's wealthiest people. That is it. 15 people control 90% of all media. There you go, amigo. We just passed the 51 all-time high, 51.36. All right, so it's between Amigo PC and Kiefer. Let's Keith. Sorry. Let's see if we up a bit. There's your 52. Got any other prediction for us? Why don't you just guys throw out numbers? Let's see who can come up with the highest number that we're going to pass. This is some unreal stuff. We are approaching parabolic levels. That is what this is called. When we see gains this much, we are approaching, we're not there yet, but we are approaching parabolic levels. Amiga PC 69. I like that number. Yahtzee. Let's keep it going, guys. Come on now. Can we hit 55? Can we get 55? A little bit of retracement there. That's okay. That's all right. It's all right. Still got some good numbers. I'm happy. I'm still smiling. It's skyrocketing. This momentum, $60 closing. I'm hoping for, Keith. I really am. That'd be phenomenal to see. It would be something way higher than what I predicted. Some crazy numbers. I mean, we can move some of these things around and get some higher. I mean, if that becomes the new high, I'll have to redraw this this band here because that opens it up quite a bit. Not crazy about seeing how much sell volume we have right now, but again, people are catching those gains. And look at the numbers here. Look how solid some of these numbers are. 500, 100, 100, 100, 100. These are very solid numbers or positions for sell orders, and they almost match a second ago. So there they are again. You're seeing the same 100. So it's a back and forth trade going on. We got steady numbers over here, and they're combining with the steady numbers over here. So it's a back and forth trade position going on. I don't know if what may be happening right now. Very interesting. I'm looking at these numbers, and it's tough for me to talk about them because they are flying by the screen so fast. But keep your eyes on them, guys. So try to look at the different sizes of the lots or the positions being closed and the price in which they're being closed at. We're seeing solid numbers here. We're seeing 100, 500, 1,000, 250, and then we're seeing them the same numbers on the opposite side. They're going back and forth. The same shares are being traded back and forth. It's very interesting to see and watch. So we talked about it earlier, and I'm going to bring it up again for you guys. Let's take a look at this alternative to AMC. This is the FOMO ETF. This is a new ETF that is focusing on meme stocks. It's focusing on GameStop. It's focusing on AMC, BlackBerry. It's focusing on the ones that we're talking about on Reddit. So if you don't have that $50 buy-in price right now for AMC, this is an alternative to that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. I'm just showing you guys some of the positions that I am in. Again, I bought in at another high on AMC just because Robinhood told me not to. However, this is another alternative. This is an ETF that has holdings in AMC. So as AMC price climbs, this one has been climbing as well. And it's not climbing as fast, which means it won't fall as fast. It may be a safer, lower risk investment for people that are subject to emotional trading or over emotional trading. It may be a better sign or a better solution for you guys. So check it out. Check out FOMO ETF. Tell me what you guys think of it. I'm holding around 50 shares of FOMO. I'm up on at 1.85%. And again, it's going to continue to climb as AMC and GameStop climb. And this will go higher and higher as AMC goes higher and higher as well. Check out FOMO. Check out some of these other positions. There are alternatives out there. If you don't have the money or you feel you have missed out on a good buying opportunity for AMC, which I don't think you have yet, I think once it crosses that $500 mark for AMC, I would kind of slow down on your purchasing. Personally, that's what I'm doing. 500 is kind of like my hard line, not to purchase anything more above 500. But FOMO ETF may be an alternative. As the price goes up, I may transition some of my funds into this ETF just to slow down the amount of loss and slow down my buy-in and my dollar cost averaging position. Just a kind of a heads up, guys. Take a look at it if you want. Let me know what you think. Over 58. Let's go. Can we hit 60? Come on, 60. I see it. I see it. Woo-wee. I need some like theme music in the background or something. This is crazy. I don't want to get banned again or copyrighted on, but that is some crazy movement. Let's go, guys. Webull's over here freaking out. It doesn't know what to do. There's another hard line. 60. Dead on. It stopped at 60. Oh, 60 disappeared. What happened? Boom. 60. We passed it. We blew past 60. 61 now. Come on now. Hey, I just keep sending screenshots to my wife. I'm sending them to my wife so I have like a timestamp. We're making millionaires today, boys and girls, and whatever gender you see yourself as. We don't discriminate here. We're all about the money. Everybody wants money. Unreal. Look at the buying orders. Look at this. I think we hit a circuit breaker. I think we're done. I think the circuit breaker was tripped. Uh-oh. Something broke. That's funny, Keith. We keep talking about the same things, and because of the delay in my feed here, you're beating me to the punch. Yeah, something broke. We definitely hit a circuit breaker. Circuit breaker. No. So when things happen like this, the market becomes super volatile. The SEC and a number of clearinghouses have circuit breakers that trigger and get triggered. It's not necessarily somebody doing it intentionally. It is just a safety measure for a lot of these markets. It tends to happen. Hopefully we can get this back up and going and it doesn't scare off this giant pump that we have moving. Too much floor volume, yeah, on Wall Street. 100%, Keith. You are right on the money there, buddy. Ronald, I want freedom and money can buy it. Yeah, it's real hard not to smile on a new motorcycle or a jet ski. Real difficult. There you go, Keith. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm switching over platforms. Let's see what we got going on. Give me a second, guys. Let's see if I can figure out something. Get some more movement here. You gotta stare at my face for a second. Sorry about that. I'm logging into my TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform, hoping that since it is a larger brokerage and financial institute, that their time frames and indicators will be live still. Uh-oh. Looks like Thinkorswim kicked me out again. That's not good. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Everything's crashing. AMC's not. My system is. Yeah, we definitely looks like we hit a circuit breaker on the market floor. Looks like somebody pulled the plug, or some computer pulled the plug, rather. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'm completely locked out of my Thinkorswim account. I can't get any access there. No, we're back. Webull's back. Yeah, we must have had a circuit breaker or a pause or something for things to catch back up. Not a bad thing, guys. It's not a bad thing. A lot of this movement we're seeing right now, in my opinion, is just based on FOMO. It's based upon new money coming into the market. So I don't think this is the squeeze. I think we're just seeing some amazing price movement. So as the price comes back down, hopefully we'll stabilize and we won't pass that $50 mark. Oh, gotta zip my lip and stop talking. Sell. I don't like that sell wall. Look at that. Look at those numbers. 51.35, 200,000 size, 250, 265, gone. Boom. We're going to hit a breaker again. We're going to pause out again. I hope not. Do this off screen for you guys so you guys can watch the chart with me. See what Fintel's got to say. All right, so here's some new information when we got the market paused again. All right, so 4 minutes ago, we have 100,000 shares available for shorting, according to Fintel. I have a sneaky suspicion that is a little bit higher than that. However, it's still not within the millions. Once we pass over that $10 million or 10 million share volume, then I would start to suspect the hedge funds are starting to short their positions or sell or close their positions rather. But 100,000 shares is not a lot considering how many shares are free floating and how many shares apes are holding right now. So don't worry about it. It is what it is. I definitely think we did hit a circuit breaker in regards to the amount of volume behind AMC today. And it looks like we hit it for a second time. Yeah, Webull said halt. It looks like, let's see if Robinhood said halt as well. Looks like Robinhood halted as well. Exchange has temporarily halted trading AMC. Learn more. Okay, so Exchange, here we go. Pull this up for you guys. Boom. Exchange and SEC imposed trading halts on individual stocks. This is what Robinhood has posted according to what is going on with the market. They're blaming it on the SEC, saying that the volume has been just abnormally volatile. Trading halts are specific symbols may be implemented by a variety of reasons and can interrupt your orders to buy or sell particular securities. These stock-based halts are initiated by the specific stock exchange where the stock is listed or by the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, not by Robinhood or Webull or any other platform. During a trading halt, one or more security exchanges will prevent all trades for the affected security. These halts typically last less than an hour, but may be longer. Halts can range from occurring multiple times in a single trading day to remain in place over multiple trading days. Fingers crossed that does not happen. In a security, if a security is in a trading pause in the last 10 minutes of normal trading hours, the primary listing exchange will not reopen trading on the security until the next trading day. You can keep track of current and historical trading halts across both NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ websites. Keep in mind, market-wide trading halts can also be implemented by exchanges during periods of heightened volatility across the broad market, who imposes these halts and so on. So very, very interesting, guys, because we're seeing it not just on Webull, on AMC, and I currently cannot log into my TD Ameritrade Think or Swim platform. So we're seeing a halt, no movement, but we did halt above $50. So it comes back to Amigo PC. You said $51, and there's your $51.35. Uh, oof. Well, while this is halted, copy and paste that link. Sure thing, I can do that for you. We'll make it a pinned message as well. Let's see if this has changed. Let's refresh. Still sitting at 100,000, but again, that's because it's more or less we have stopped trading, halted trading. Let's see if we got anything on Twitter. It'll be very interesting to see how many times it gets stopped out. It looks like they're wiping the floor with the buy orders and only keeping the sell orders on the floor. That's why we're seeing this massive, massive, massive sell wall right here. There we go. There's some buy volume. There we go. That's better. I feel better about that. I like seeing a little bit of a give and take on both sides. Okay, well, I'm gonna break off a little bit here from Webull and the charts. I want to show you guys or introduce you guys to stockcompiler.com. This was created by a Reddit user to track meme stocks or trending asset classes or trending securities rather. So right now, of course, AMC is the most trended word or phrase across multiple platforms, and followed by Tesla, BTC, SPY, GameStop, and NEO. Dogecoin isn't even on the radar today, but that's to be expected with AMC doing some crazy, crazy things. AMC single point work in equities, too large. Over the counter selling. Let's see what we got. AMC single prints work in equities too. If those single prints fill, there is supply. If they don't or fill partially, price will rotate back up. Inventory corrections should not be confused with over OTF selling. Let's see what we got for position here. I usually have this open, guys, just so I can kind of see what's going on. I like the little ticker here at the top talking about the prices. I like to see what's kind of trending on Twitter, Reddit, and other social media platforms. It's a good little place to kind of sneak peek into multiple social media platforms, so you don't have to do your tons of crazy digging. Everything is kind of in one place. That's what I like about it. So check it out, bookmark it. I will post it over here as well in the chat, just so people can check it out themselves. There we go, stock compiler. Let's see, we want to see that buy wall build back up. We want to see that volume on the buy side. We want to see less people selling. Let's hold the line. That is what's important. That's what we need to see to keep this price moving up, up, up. I'm very curious to see if I get a copyright strike on this content as well. I did get a copyright strike on my last live stream for some strange reasons that I had music playing in the background, which I don't. So we'll be very curious to see if it happens again. Nothing is playing. It's just charts in my voice. We got some interesting opinions over on Discord revolving around Dogecoin. A Dogecoin or a Discord member of ours over on the Side Hustle Enterprise Discord server says, I would sell the shit out of Dogecoin if it was even a slight serious possibility that it would go to proof of stake versus proof of work, which we are now. Doge doesn't even have a dedicated dev team. They can't make a proper POS system. That is a decade-long, multi-million-dollar venture. I disagree with that completely. If they wanted to go proof of stake, they could do it tomorrow. Because they don't have a dedicated development team, they have hundreds, if not thousands, of coders and community members who believe in Dogecoin so strongly that if it was something that was voted upon, it would happen almost instantaneously. It's got the Dogecoin community kind of divided right now whether we should stick with proof of work or transition to proof of stake. I personally think that as time goes on and mining equipment becomes more efficient, proof of work will be less impactful on the environment. So I don't think it's necessarily a good thing to transition to proof of stake. Having something that maybe is a combination of two of them would be interesting to see. But I'll be a Dogecoin supporter either way, to be honest with you. If it transitions to proof of stake, it'll be very interesting to see. I am earning interest on my Dogecoin when I hold crypto.com, so I'm already kind of in the process of staking my coins. So I don't know. Everybody has their own opinions. Nobody's, everybody is allowed to have their own opinions. Doesn't mean I have to agree with them. Welcome to the chat, Steamy. Nice to have you. So flower to flower. Proof of stake is easier for the masses to understand. Yes and no. I mean, to stake it, you have to have if they're going to go to like a master node type scenario and setup, it's going to be a little difficult for people to kind of get a grasp on. To get benefits from having a staking coin that has masternode implications behind it, your wallet has to be open all the time. So that means putting it either on a computer that never turns off or learning how to put it on a server. I did masternode staking for a long time, and it's fun and everything like that. And there are services out there that make it simple for you. I think it's fairly easy to pick up an older ASIC miner and set your parameters and just plug and walk away from it and watch the coins roll in on a daily basis. Now that my miners are set up, to be honest with you, and I don't even monitor them. I just, every morning I get a notification. I got Dogecoin deposited into my account. I know that my miners are going to run a certain way over time. I'm kind of, set it and forget it mentality now. That's more or less where you want to be. If you're monitoring your miners every single day, every single second of every single day, might not be the best setup for you then. I have my miner set up in a room that is not used by my family or my house, and they just mine all day long. When I don't get the payout that I typically get within a certain percentage threshold, then I may look at my miners and see what's going on. Or if I happen to walk past the room and I hear them ramping up and ramping down multiple times a day, then I'll take a look. But other than that, they're just plugged in and I don't even think about them. But again, it's electrical costs and everything else. So I don't know. I could go back and forth all day, every day, and we can continue this conversation about staking versus proof of work versus tokenomics. Now, I guess it all depends on the individual and their location and what they have access to. You know, I'm neither here nor there. I'm neutral. I just like the coin. So what happened with the share count? Stevie would like to know. Saw the price go crazy. Yeah, price is still going crazy. We're up above 51 right now on Webull. We've had a couple of market halts. We'll see if we have any more today. I've been digging, doing as much digging as I possibly can. I think a couple other guys in the chat are looking into it as well. I cannot see any information, or I have not found any information on the current price count with AMC. If anybody else has discovered it or stumbled upon it, please share it with the chat and share it on Discord. Again, I've been doing some digging. I'm over here on the side. I cannot seem to find anything on the share count. We may have to wait until tomorrow to get it. Yeah, flower to flower. I mean, proof of work versus proof of stake versus tokenomics. All three of them have their benefits and their downfalls. It's going to depend on the individual, I think, really what it comes down to and what you are willing to put forward to get involved in cryptocurrency. I mean, the simplest way to get involved in cryptocurrency isn't mining. It's just to go and buy it through Coinbase or buy it through crypto.com. And instead of mining it. I think mining is more for, not so much the elite cryptocurrency, but more of the cryptocurrency enthusiast. It's people that are more involved in the technology behind cryptocurrency than actually, just collecting gains on the coins that they buy and sell. I think someone who mines cryptocurrency has more of an attachment to the coins that they are mining than someone who just buys it on an exchange. But there are so many controversies up and down, pros and cons to all of them that you just have to figure out what's going to be best solution and scenario for you. I do a little of everything, so that's just me. I've played with masternodes and staking in the past. I still do it a little bit. I have multiple miners in my house, and of course, I buy cryptocurrency on the daily basis. So I do a little bit of everything, kind of diversifying my entries into cryptocurrency.
What's up, everybody?
So I'm getting a couple. I'm looking here. I'm trying to figure out if I can find the share count. Somebody has said that share results were confirmed, but I'm not seeing any hard numbers. So I don't want to just dive numbers and push those out to you guys until I have an absolute. Okay. So, what's going to happen for the share count? So this is kind of what I'm coming up with here in a couple different sources. So the share count has started. Voting opens first week of June and ends at the announcement of new proxy, July 29th. AMC will announce what they know on shares, their share count or recount, when they mail out the proxy for the new meeting. So we won't get a hard number, a verified number, until they start mailing out the proxy votes for the shareholders meeting on July 29th. So we may get some interesting numbers moving forward in the next couple of days, next week or so, but we won't get hard numbers until those mailers go out. So there we go. AMC Investor Connect launches in conjunction with the preliminary proxy statement on AMC July 29th annual meeting and shareholders, which is expected to be filed publicly on June 3rd. So there you go. So just like I was saying, they're not going to dive into the numbers until those mailers go out. We'll see how long it takes them to do the count and to get those mailers and those proxy vote letters out to their shareholders. It looks like Steamy found some more information, shared it with me over on Discord. After the meeting, I will go ahead and pin it in the stock. Let me see here. Let me dive into this. Press release. So this is from Steamy. He discovered this over on the AMC Investor site. AMC Entertainment Holdings Inc. unveils all new communication in encourage directly with the sizable retail shareholders based through the launch of AMC Investor Connect, which we talked about earlier in the live stream, and how they're offering incentives for becoming a holder and so on. We've got some other conjunction, 29th. Yep, that's what we were just talking about. Investor Connect launches in conjunction with a preliminary proxy statement on AMC July 29th annual meeting of shareholders, which is expected to be filed publicly on June 3rd. So by Friday or next week, I think we will definitely have some hard numbers and some information on the total share volume and outstanding shares of AMC. So a little bit of time, but it's not bad news. I think it is all good news. I think that they did this well. The press release came out at the perfect time. It was released today. And I think they did a good job. I think we're right on track. AMC management taking innovative steps to communicate directly with its retail shareholders, which comprise more than 80% ownership of the company as of March 11th. Well, let's focus in on that, guys. Well, retail shareholders comprise 80% ownership of the company as of March 11th, 2021. So that to me right there says that all the hedgies that have shorted AMC, all of the, it's just mind blowing. 80%, guy, I'm at a loss of words. 80% ownership is by retail investors, retail shareholders. That is a huge number. So everything that the hedgies have shorted are all synthetic shares, is what that's telling me. That only maybe 20% of the amount of shares that the hedgies have shorted are actual shares. Everything else is synthetic from the naked short selling that they have done. That's huge, guys. That's going to push the price of AMC to Mars and beyond when this short squeeze happens. But be prepared for what we saw today. Be prepared for circuit breakers to be hit. Be prepared for markets to be halted like we are seeing today. And we're not even at the squeeze yet. The squeeze hasn't even started, in my opinion. We're already getting halts. We're right at that 57, 56, 50 line. It's probably going to get halted again here in a little bit as we approach that $60, as we go past $61 and upwards. Ronald's right there with it. And for those of the guys that are worried about the hedgies covering their losses, the government and the SEC and a number of other regulatory factions have already set aside $62 trillion to bail out these hedge funds. They are prepared with $62 trillion to bail out the hedge funds. So don't worry about not getting your tendies. Don't worry about the hedge funds not eating. They will get bailed out. But what's more important is that we get the money for our shares. That is what the key factor is. That is what's going on here. Those are some hard fact numbers. Retail investors own 80% of the company. Hedge funds will most likely be bailed out by the government with the $62 trillion that has already been set aside for that factor. We have a number of regulatory factors with SEC, DTCC, DTC, OSS, and so on that have already put into place agreements and underlining regulations for a cool down period after the squeeze happens. So we have more and more people preparing for the squeeze, the inevitability of the squeeze happening, and more people preparing for the aftermath of it. And that's good to see. That is a positive thing to see. Keep smiling, guys. Keep holding on to those gains. Hold out for as long as you possibly can. When you see gains, you see profit. Of course, I want you guys to be able to change your lives. Take the gains where you see them, and don't listen to anybody else but yourself. And do your own research, do your own digging. I encourage you guys to join the conversation whenever you can. Learn as much as you can, and keep the positivity going. It's all about keeping positive and keeping optimistic, and really sticking it to the hedge funds at this point in time, right? Where we got to keep pushing it. The higher the number goes before the squeeze, the more money they're losing every single day. Ronald's over there, not selling for fish stick money. No, not selling for fish stick money, not at all. I'm selling for island money. Selling for new house money. That's what we want, right? And again, look, see where we're seeing blank spots at the bottom of the sell wall here. Now this only goes down to 30, we've got 28 and so on. And we're seeing blank spots down here at the second levels for the sell positions. Lots and lots of movement, ups and downs. Stay patient, guys. Stay diligent. I will be on Discord and have my phone attached to me. If anything comes up that I think is key to this short squeeze, I will go live again and make an announcement on Discord. Share out the channel, share out the content, spread the word, spread the knowledge, join the conversation. As always, I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Keep up the positivity and the respect for everybody else. So until next time, guys, or until something dramatic happens, I'm going to sign off for today. I'm going to get myself some lunch and spend some time with my family with a big smile on my face, looking at these massive, massive gains. So until next time, guys, appreciate you, and take it easy.